And with that, we have a wrap, people. End of Arifureta, Season 2. I gotta say, I definitely enjoyed Season 2 than I did Season 1. Definitely by a long shot, More characters, seeing Nagumo struggle, seeing that reveal of the traitor, Eri, like, Hiyoma. Like, does anyone really care about Hiyoma? Even knowing that Hiyoma is the one that shot Nagumo down from Season 1. If anyone really care about his character, like, he got shot, and then he shot him down and he dies. Pretty much pathetic, a weasel, is all he really was. It's like he was this person that was bullying Nagamo from the original world, and now he's in his new world, he's just such a weak and pathetic person. When and then when he died, I didn't care, like, saw that coming. I thought he would survive. He'll live like a cockroach, and no matter how many times he's pathetic he somehow survives the situation, and he might get what he wants towards the end. Well, not what he wants, but do a very big and powerful stab. Something to really damage the heroes. But instead, he died as we expect him to die instead. And it's just, yeah, crazy. Anyways, with that being said, Eri only had one episode, really, one episode, reveal who she is and tell about all her intentions and all her motives. And she was able to steal the show. That's amazing. Well, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, where you have one character to have one episode display themselves, and you like them more than the rest of the characters. And I don't know if that shows how good of a character she is, or it shows how pathetic the other characters are. I mean, the other characters are just so bad and so plain, to the point that she's the only thing that sticks out, so therefore you have no choice but to pick her as a very intriguing character. So it's you pick any side you want to, And the problem with the show, I'll admit, is that you don't know much about the other classmates, really. They're just there just to talk and stuff like that. Even the hero, Koki, like, I don't know much about him. He's just there. It's mostly, of course, focusing on Nagumo. So you know much more about Nagumo and everything else that he is. He fell into the pit of hell and he climbed back out as a different person. Time changes people. It changed him dramatically, and now he's the edge lord that he always imagined he would be in his original world and everything. And another thing I want to talk about is this is what happens when these worlds rely on other people to fix their problems. I understand the person gets isekai and they're just there just to be there and stuff happens. But when you have some of those isekais where the church or the kingdom summons these people without their consent, and you summon them there, and they're super overpowered, by the way. The fact that you think you control these people, like, think about it. You have these people, just summon anybody. You don't know their personality, you don't know who they are, you just summon them. And you expect them to defeat a threat that you can't defeat. So that means that person or group of people that you're summoning are stronger than you are in your entire kingdom. So you summon them there. Okay. So does that mean as you summon them, they could be anybody, any psychopaths, sociopaths, mad people, and you summon them, and they become super powerful, strong enough to defeat the Demon King. Well, they joined the Demon King, which some of them did, and completed that. They lost their king. They lost almost all their knights. They lost almost everything because they summoned a bunch of kids and you thought that everything would just go your way. That is so stupid. I'm saying, but again, back in the day, even now, we do stupid things, but they did even more stupid things back in the day without really thinking. They just chose these kids, and these things would go their way. We'll train these kids to be strong enough to fight against the demons and the demon lord, and we will win. But you didn't expect, they had some traitors. First of all, the one for boy from the first season, who had that entire army that Nagumo wiped out. And when Fernando was there, he would have wiped out that entire village and killed the sensei. Or how about Hiyoma? Hiyoma was, he's a weasel, not very weak. He could have done some damage to them. Then, of course, you had Eri, one of the main ones that really struck a heart into them. Like, she got to kill their king and their knights and made them come back to life, for God's sakes. So you can already tell how dangerous she was, for crying out loud. She brought them back. So she was one of the main, one of the main forces, one of the main dangers and stuff. And she ran off. She played her cards right. Oh my gosh, I am hoping we get season 3 just to see Eri again. It sucks because they have cosplays of Nagumo and stuff, but they don't have an action figure of him or a statue of Nagumo. They have one of Yui, but none of Nagumo, which, in my opinion, really, really sucks. I really want a Nagumo figurine of him having his gun out or something. Something. Anything, people. But I think I already ranted about this already. Anyways, seeing what they did of Kyori in the new body, I thought it was going to be a thing where they switched the body over to the Apostle's body. They use the Apostle body, which can be very dangerous. What remnants of that body activates, who knows? But either way, she survived. I thought it was where her body was completely disposed of. Now she has to be in this new body and stuff like that. And had to take her getting used to. But instead they chose, I guess, a similar execution, you would say, where it's just her just being inside this Apostle's body. Her soul's in there now. So it's her differently acting. So she's stronger than she was before. The Apostle was very strong. The only sad part I hate is that it didn't leave much of an impact. She showed up. She gave Nagumo a hard time, but she still lost in the end. So, either way, Though that being said, it seemed like Nagumo called out, the remaining students, especially Koki. Koki is the example. I really do feel like the author really can't stand the average MC in most of the anime and manga, where they don't want to kill no one. They're true to justice, but they're so naive and ignorant, and they can't tell when someone's hitting on them or anything. And I don't think the writer likes that kind of MC because they're overdone and they're annoying. To the point where it showed how easily he falls into traps. And he falls into traps more than a freaking babyface in wrestling does. That's all I'm saying. And not even calling him out that you say I'm strong is because every time when it matters, you always have your face on the ground every time. And it's true. Every time Nagumo shows up, this dude has his face on the ground, beating up at his wit's end, always in a corner. He's supposed to be the hero, but yet he's always getting his butt beat. He shows potential of able to beat the bad guy. He's always too quick to show mercy all the damn time. And you say he's considering others' feelings, but no, it's just his own feelings he's considering. He's just being selfish in his own kind of way. He's being selfish. So seeing the opposite of Nagumo, someone no one did look up to, no one did care about, who shows no mercy, by the way, does things his own way, compared to Koki. They're two parallels. A hero that everyone wants compared to the hero that everyone needs. Kind of like the Batman thing, like the Superman Batman thing. Well, anyways, them all deciding to go to the next round. Like, yeah, we need to get stronger. This can't keep happening. Nagumo coming back to the kingdom just to save the class, and they're always on the verge of dying or being put to death every single time. Like, we gotta do something about this. So, them following him to go to the next labyrinth is probably for the best. It really is. Because he can't keep saving their asses every single time. These people gotta get stronger. If they don't, it's over for them. What if there be a time where Nagumo can't go rescue them? There's nothing he can do. So instead, they get obliterated if they're not strong enough. That or someone like Koki, who is strong enough, but he always hesitates when it matters most. And because of that, he gets, he could just die. With one anything, we don't want to save him. He's just going to die. So there's that. But with all the things that are coming up next, the only thing I don't care about are the bad guys. Freed showed to be just a puppet who's just following the order of God, and Air is the only bad guy that I really care about on the show. But it's just not enough. There's not enough bad guys or antagonists on the show that you could care about. All of them they did have are already dead. They're already dead, so they don't. So there's no one really care about. It seems like this guy keeps choosing incompetent people or the people were just not strong enough to face Nagamo in the group. So there's that. Yeah, so I'm thinking hopefully they turn this around, show more interesting bad guys. It makes you wonder. It kind of sucks because how incompetent the bad guys are. It kind of sucks that the, the Mavericks, the Liberators, like they lost to these people. One scratch your head, like really? Like yeah, Nagamo's strong, but he seems to be going through a breeze, even though he has struggle here and there. You're telling me the Mavericks, of a group of people who were trained to be strong, lost to these people. It kind of sucks. Despite how Nagamo is, he's not that much of a great strategy plan maker. So it makes you kind of scratch your head like, wow, were the Liberators really that good at their job? The fact that they lost to these kind of people. Well, I also heard a theory that the people themselves also turned against the Liberators, so they had nowhere to run and no one could trust them. So because of that, they couldn't really do their job. They were forced into hiding because no matter what they did, everyone was manipulated by the masses, by the collective, and it was just too late for them to do anything. So they had to leave it to someone else into the near future where things calm down, and then probably bring out someone who can bring change. That could be it. I am hoping that is it. The other side is like, come on, man. The Liberators create these strong ladders, so they should be, something. So, anyways, I think that's all I got for this. I am really hoping we get season 3 or. No, I don't want a movie. No, I don't want a movie. I just want a season 3. Usually, when it comes to these guys, they do 2 seasons and they do a movie and that's it. No, I want a season 3 of Arifureta. I know it's not as popular as it should, as I was hoping it would be, but I understand why. It's not all that. Storytelling isn't all that, to tell you the truth. But either way, I enjoy it just for entertainment purposes only. I do. So who knows? Hopefully we get season 3. I'm hoping so. If studio ain't working on anything else, why not? The story's already complete. So I don't know why they just won't finish up make anime of these stories that are already complete. That would be nice. So anyways, here's fingers crossed. And that's all I got for this vid. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.